Thinking about gifting your home to your children to avoid care home fees or inheritance tax may sound like a smart move, but in reality, it can seriously damage your financial security and even put your home at risk. Across the UK, more families than ever are trying to protect property as care costs rise and inheritance tax thresholds remain frozen. What many people don't realize is that gifting a home is one of the most common and most dangerous mistakes in later life planning. Care costs are no longer a distant worry. Hundreds of thousands of people over the age of 65 now live in care homes, and the numbers continue to rise every year. Retirement planning today is less about holidays and hobbies, and more about how to stop decades of hard work disappearing into care fees. Add inheritance tax of up to 40%, with allowances that have not kept pace with house prices, and it's easy to see why panic decisions are made. A homeowner gifts their house to their adult children believing it will protect the property. On paper, it looks sensible. In reality, the moment ownership changes, control is lost. The house becomes vulnerable to a child's divorce, debts, redundancy, or even bankruptcy. Creditors and former partners don't see a family home. They see an asset. Meanwhile, the parent often continues living in the property with no legal protection, no veto, and no guaranteed security. When care is eventually needed, many are shocked to discover the local authority may still treat the home as theirs. Councils look not only at what was gifted, but why. If they believe the property was transferred to avoid care costs, it can be classed as deliberate deprivation of assets. The result is brutal. The homeowner loses control of the house and still pays care fees anyway. Inheritance tax is another area full of misunderstanding. Many people rely on the 7-year rule without realizing the conditions attached to it. If someone gifts a home but continues to live there rent-free, HMRC can treat it as a gift with reservation of benefit. In that case, the property remains part of the estate for inheritance tax purposes. The expected tax saving simply never materializes. In many cases, no complex strategy is needed at all. Each person has a nil rate band and an additional residence allowance when leaving a home to children. For married couples, this can allow up to £1 million to pass tax-free with nothing more than proper wills and correct planning. For a large number of families, inheritance tax is not the problem they believe it to be. Trusts can play a role, but only when used correctly and early. Lifetime trusts can offer control and protection against family risks, such as divorce or second marriages, but they are not automatic inheritance tax solutions, and are frequently challenged if set up late or in response to declining health. Timing, purpose, and professional advice are everything. The most important lesson is simple. Panic leads to bad decisions. Gifting your home often feels like a shortcut, but it regularly becomes a trap. Proper planning, realistic expectations, and the right advice protect far more homes than rush transfers ever will.